Hey, people. Good evening and welcome back to another episode of the Chelsea Ladies Show. And we are going to be joined by some very special guests today, some rival fans. So stay tuned. I'll be introducing them soon. But yeah, I can see already. Oh. Okay, yeah, I know, innit? Absolute calamity right at the beginning. Internet just completely bugged out. Oh my God. So embarrassing, guys. But hey, thanks to everybody already in the chat. Gamer Blazer, it's Callum, Jose, welcome. Yeah, I know, Chris. I know. It's terrible. But, without further ado, guys, before my internet dies on me again, let's get some of our panelists back on. You remember her as Miss Posh. We're still waiting for that burner account, by the way, so get on to that. But let's welcome Beth, everybody. Woo!
Hi. You should stop calling me that.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. After getting to work my first uni assignment ever this week, and that's stressful, so I can't imagine what it's like for you guys doing the big ones, because I'm just on the very first one ever, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Alcohol helps. Mental breakdowns here and there won't hurt either. So
quite a lot of naps and snack breaks.
Yeah, that helps too. So another hard-working uni student we have is, of course, another one of our beautiful panelists. It's the lovely Joyce, everybody.
Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing?
How's your week been, Joyce?
Oh, my week has been something. It has been very busy, but yeah, I'm excited to come and talk all things football.
Oh, yes. We've got a lot of things to talk in terms of football. And last but not least, late, but still just about in time. She always does this. It's the lovely Charlotte, everybody.
Sorry, I've just Usain Bolted it from the top, and I'm telling you now, I'm not a Usain Bolt, but I was like, no, the time, and I was like running back, and I was like, nah, it's raining, I'm not running, and then I was like, my makeup, and I was like, oh no, disaster, absolute disaster, but I have vodka, so I'm quite happy. Yeah, I'm good now. How are you doing? What guys doing? You good?
Yeah, good. We're all supposed to be in work to several degrees, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you've just been on Twitter, like, instead of like, I've seen the tweets of you like, I've deleted Twitter off my phone, and then I kind of found it on my desktop, and then I just got stuck on it. I was like, that's something that everyone does. You're like, yeah, I want to do it on my phone, and then you're like, oh yeah, I can get it on my laptop. Let me just do that, like.
Yeah.
Oh,
I delete it in the morning and re-download it in the evening.
That doesn't work though, because you delete it in the morning and then like it just ends up on your laptop. So
yeah, again, guys, I'm so sorry, technical difficulties, but I've fixed this. So this should hold up for the show. If not, again, you guys, you're my panelists, you're my co-hosts, you know what to do anyway. So without further ado, let's introduce our two very special guests that we have joining us today. First and foremost, we have a lovely Newcastle fan. Unfortunately, it's not been going so well for them, but of course, show her so much love. It's the beautiful, wonderful, football savvy Sam, everybody.
Yay!
Welcome to the show, Sav. So introduce yourself, obviously. Tell us who you support and what you do.
Yeah, well, I I support Newcastle, so I spend most of my time crying or raging or a mixture of both. And yeah, I work in horse racing in the week, so
Sick.
outside in the cold. You've seen the rush I had getting ready. I was cooking my dinner and shoving my face on at the same time for this tonight, because it's like I looked a real state, and I was like, my roots have really grown out, so I'm not quick, bung it all up, no one will see it, and then I just tell everyone anyway. But you know,
Whatever you did, Sav, you look beautiful as
Thank
usual.
you.
Anyway. Like, I was literally just rushing to like get myself out the shower as well to get here in time. I'm looking a little bit plain, but you know, I've got my wine ready, got my
I know you
beautiful.
look great. How are you?
know.
Are you not really young? Because how are you all drinking at this time of night? If I was drinking now, I'd be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Me-
My drinking skills like have got so good since lockdown. Like the first lockdown, and I'm not saying anyone should drink, but I was drinking from like 11 a.m. in the morning, finishing at like 8 a.m. in the morning, sleeping
Wow.
till like 11 a.m. Start waking up 11 a.m. I was back on it, and I was doing that 7 days a week. I
That
can
is
drink for Britain. I can drink for Britain now. I was like, lockdown's helped me. My drinking, I used to be a lightweight, and now I'm
You
like
lot just
actually
go
a
to sleep,
badass.
though. I don't know if it's because when you hit your 30s, you don't party anymore, so you just get really tired and then you
Oh
pass
my
out.
god, Sav! I would never guess. You just gave away that secret. Because,
I'm so-
Yeah,
I'm-
no, I thought you were like 25.
No,
Yeah,
that's
same.
fine. Thank you, though.
It's
That's
okay. We're just gonna tell everyone you're 25. So Sav,
Okay,
Yeah,
brilliant.
Sam is 25. She is
Thanks.
like mine and Lamb's age. Like she's 25.
talking of spending your time crying, there is another fan who has spent the majority of the season doing probably just that. But you know, lately things may be taking an upward turn. You may have seen her on Gold Diggers and Cutting the Most podcast. It is a beautiful, beautiful, lovely Arsenal fan. It's Sam, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the show, Sam. How are you doing?
Me. Good. I'm all right. Surviving, but you know, we get through day by day.
Yep. We do indeed. How are you looking forward to the weekend, or just want to get it over and done with, or
You know what it is?
when you get to it?
The weekend's not the weekend anymore. I've got uni, so I'm just working all the time. And if I'm not working, I'm drinking as well. So if I'm not drinking, I'm working. So
Sam,
just-
I feel like you just described my week. So
I feel like without the uni work, you describe my week. Just the drinking. Like I have to like have at least a drink a day to get me through, because all these days just blur into one now.
yeah,
It's
honestly.
true. It's true. Like sometimes I just forget that the weekend is even coming. So I'm just like, oh rah, it's Saturday.
Every day Saturday.
The days do they not just seem to blend into one for you guys? Because I've
Yeah.
It just feels like a really long Monday for me.
And when people are like, it's Friday night, it doesn't feel like a Friday night tonight. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't like when we weren't in lockdown, it was like, oh yeah, Friday night. Like you've worked all week and like it's Friday night. Let's go, like let off steam. But now, like, there's no day that's special. There's like nothing, and I'm like, sometimes people are like, oh, Charlotte, you've got to do this, and I'm like, and they're like, have you done this today? And I'm like, no, it's not Tuesday. And they're like, Charlotte, it's Tuesday. I'm like, no, it's Sunday. No, Charlotte, it's Tuesday. I'm like,
listen, sometimes, the days, they just all feel like one to me. And talking of letting off some steam, we are here to do just that. Just, not in the way that everyone else thinks, okay? We're going to let off some steam about football. So, without further ado, guys, we're going to get talking about, let's start from the beginning of the week, right? So, after everybody played in the Premier League and obviously... good news for me, Beth, Joyce, and Charles, that everybody else conveniently dropped points.
results.
Top 4, baby.
Top 4. Some teams can celebrate top 4.
Just wait for it, Charles. We're gonna get there. So obviously, we were seeking a place going into the Newcastle game, seeking a place in that top 4, and obviously Newcastle coming into that game needed to get the points to give themselves that safety cushion in that relegation battle. So we're going to get everybody's thoughts and opinions on the game. And obviously, because we have a special guest of honor, Sav, I'm so sorry, but I know you'd rather talk about anything else, but I'm going to start with you. Thoughts on the Newcastle game?
First half, we were atrocious. We'd actually been playing a slightly better style of football recently, and that first half, we had resorted to sitting at the back and not pushing forward, and, really allowed Chelsea to run roughshod all over us. I was reading today, apparently Lascelles had a bit of a hissy fit in the dressing room at half time. We came out, I don't know if that was true, you read it everywhere. We came out the second half and slightly improved, but to be fair, I'd gotten to the point by that, if you're a Newcastle fan, you watch this dross week in, week out, and I was mostly looking at my phone. I hate the fact that I do that now because it's just so painful to watch. And then you come on these streams, everyone's like, oh, what do you think of the weekend? It's nigh on 90% of the time. Just like, it was crap. Like, we were awful. So, yeah, Chelsea deserved the win. I didn't think we was going to get anything out of it, but I did put a £3 bet on, which I was, a little bit hopeful for because, the odds were large. But no, I lost me £3 as well. I asked the club for it back on Twitter, but no reply. So,
Oh. So, I mean, do you think personally that, obviously we'll talk about it more, but what do you think Newcastle can turn it around, or do you think they are in serious trouble if the form doesn't pick up? Or do you think because of the form of other teams below them that they might just about be okay this season?
I think we're definitely in a relegation battle. The problem is, and if you watch Steve Bruce's press conferences, and I go on about it quite a lot, he's so like, he'll big up whoever we're facing. They're great. They're top side. And you think, well, if you're talking like that in the press conference, are you putting out that sort of attitude around, the players? Because sometimes when we go out there, the players just look like they can't be bothered. And, there was a match a while ago where we looked like we'd just been relegated at the end and they were crying and all sorts. And it's actually quite sad to see. But I do think, and I am blocked by his son, so I've obviously upset him. I think Steve Bruce is a big problem for us at the moment. And, I just don't think he's doing the job. But Mike Ashley seems reluctant to move him on. But I think we're definitely in danger if we don't start picking up some points. Or, like, I watched the Burnley-Fulham game the other night, just because I just was, like, cheering on Burnley. And I was like, this is sad. How has it gotten to this point that I'm cheering on other teams so that, they don't close in on us from below? But... it's sad.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I spoke to Kendall about it as well, and obviously, I love Kendall, and obviously, I want Newcastle to do well because I don't want to see you guys so sad all the time. But we, as a Chelsea fan going into that game, I needed the points. I wanted us to get the points, but I was quite, shocked by how Newcastle really just, didn't turn up to the game. I mean, Sam, what are your thoughts? Are Chelsea on the way up? Can they get second place? Still in question, or is that too much? Thoughts?
Do you know what it is? I feel like Chelsea are on that new vibe right now. Like, it's always good, always sweet, always like candies and rainbows. When you get that new manager vibe, it's nice. Like, everyone's gassing it. Oh, like, he's come back. They're moving up. Like, don't get me wrong. It's great. It's nice. But when it gets down to it, like the next games, from now up until May, they're so crucial to put that top four in place. That top four is so competitive. It's scary at this point. Like, no one knows what's going to happen. Liverpool will be 6th now, but they could be 3rd in 2 weeks. Anything can happen. These games don't always go our way. But for goodness sake, Arsenal beat Chelsea. No one saw that one coming. No one saw that one coming.
I saw that coming.
Thanks for the reminder, Sam.
It's okay. Like, I've got to tell y'all some things, But I'm not gonna lie. It's top four is a bit. Chelsea could do it. Like, you guys have got some prime players on that pitch, and I'm happy for Werner getting that goal. Like, well done to him, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Well done to him, but they could do it. I'm not opposed to them getting top 4, but where it is, there will be. We don't know.
Yeah, you got an Arsenal fan in there in the chat. Like there's somebody here feeling that. There's somebody who
Listen, I'm not hating these debates. I'm not gonna do that right now. Audrey versus Drogba, I'm not trying to do that right now.
To be fair, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, because obviously I love Drogba, but me and Thierry Henry, like, we share a birthday, so.
Yeah, but Drogba turned up at the Emirates and he owned the Emirates, so we're not really having a debate. Like, Henry didn't turn up to Stamford Bridge and make it his own, so let's not have a debate there.
It was kind of like before his time, so that's why it doesn't really affect me that much. Beth, thoughts on the Newcastle Chelsea game? I'm guessing you were delighted by that performance. Who stood out for you?
Yeah, it was a really strong performance, especially the first half. I think we went a little bit quiet in the second half. We probably could have scored a few more goals and made it one of those, but I'm sure Sav is happy it wasn't that bad. I think Kovacic has been a standout, and I think that's been the case for his last 3 games or so. And I think he's been a bit robbed by the man of the match decisions. But it's been really good seeing him like as a reformed footballer, and he's really in his zone. Amazing. Werner, we call him Timo Hazard at the moment. That was an incredible performance from him. And I think the link up between him and Alonso is something that no one saw coming. Like the movement between them two, how Alonso runs on the inside and Werner comes in on the out. I think that was really good. But I think, like Sam said, we have to bear in mind that this is a bit of the new manager bounce still. And we haven't had any teams to test us yet. And I think Atletico is going to be really different when we watch it. I think it's going to be a bit of a, I don't know.
That's going to be a match.
Yeah. I'm not convinced still that we have what it takes to beat them. But, you never know. And I'm hoping for the best. I'm excited still.
So I'm definitely hoping for the best. Joyce, thoughts on the game?
So I got slated, not slated, but like people were calling me really negative after the game on Monday, because I was like, it's a results-based business. We got the goal, but like, let me know when this gets fun, because what my point was is like, we are building something, as in like Tuchel has come in. I don't think we've really seen Tuchel's identity yet. I feel like we haven't had the time to or the chance to. He's been he's brought stability to the club, which is really important. And I think at this point, it's about winning games and winning as many games as we can and getting just like maximizing our output and maximizing our points. So I'm not going to be like too harsh on like the football style, which is what I'm trying not to do, even though like I don't know if anyone else agrees, but it's just been a little bit dull. But we're winning games, which is what we needed to do under Lampard, and that was not happening. But now we're winning games. We've almost maxed out our output, and like I'm just impressed by how well he's bringing the squad together in terms of like squad harmony. I think right now that's really important, like keeping people sweet and keeping people happy, because he needs all of them until it gets to summer, and then he can start giving people pre-seasons. He can start bringing people in, kicking people out. But right now, he's keeping people sweet. The first half, I think the whole first half was really strong. I think it's probably one of our best performances under Tuchel. But then again, Newcastle, like you said, Newcastle did not offer anything. They were so flat. They didn't press our midfield at all. Like, it was just really easy to like get in behind. I felt really bad for Tammy getting injured. Werner, I cuss him every day of the week, but his off the ball movement was really, really good. He's always trying. The fact that he's been trying to win those pens and he actually got his goal. I was really happy for him. Hopefully he kicks on, because we really need it. I don't know. Hudson-Odoi was a bit unimpressive. Well, he was not unimpressive. He was just a bit like average. Not his best. But generally, like, we didn't need to kick into second gear. I'm waiting for a game where we really have to get tested just to see what we can do. But I like where we're heading. That's where I'll leave it.
Yeah, same. It's so far so good. It's promising. I mean, I have to kind of agree with Sam to an extent where we are kind of on this new manager bounce, especially because we haven't been defeated just yet and we haven't really faced a serious opposition yet. But that's coming up in Atletico Madrid.
Ain't it just?
But let's still stay on this positive topic because we won. Charles, thoughts and analysis on the game against Newcastle.
Just because Werner got a goal, Kovacic should have been man of the match. Kovacic should have been man of the match. I don't care if Werner got his first goal. Congratulations, you've got your first goal in 1,000 minutes. Like, that's your job. Like, I don't know what people want from me. Like, do you want a chocolate coin, a chocolate medal? Like, I don't know what you want from me. Yes, I'm happy he's got a goal, but like, he doesn't deserve to be man of the match because you've got a goal. It's your job. It's your job. I'm sorry. I'm not even playing this. Like, congratulations on getting your goal, but Kovacic, the man, was doing everything in that match. Like, he was outstanding, and he's done this for the last few matches, and he's just been shoved to the side. Now, let me tell you, he shouldn't have been shoved to the side. He is man of the match. Don't care what anyone says. Just because you get a goal doesn't mean that you deserve to be man of the match. I'm sorry. Like, Werner's job is to get goals. That's his actual job. Like, he's getting paid like hundreds of thousands of pounds to get goals. Like, I'm happy he's got a goal, but I mean, it's one goal. Like, we seem to be like getting a little bit excited because it's one goal. And I want to see how he fares in the next few matches because we've got Man United, we've got Man City. I would like to see, and we've got Southampton. I would like to see how he plays out in those games. I mean, our defense was like okay. I mean, Kepa didn't hurt me. Like, he really didn't. That stressed me, you know. That, like, actual stressed me. I mean, I don't ever like to see Kepa. I don't think he deserves a starting 11 lineup. I get Marina has her little thoughts to try and sell him if he does some good saves. That we might raise him from like $1 million to like 2 million to sell him because he's not worth anything to me. Like, I'm not. But he's not worth anything.
He's doing better than Alisson, you know. He's doing better than Alisson.
Yeah, because Kepa and Alisson have had a hug. They've had a hug, and Kepa basically gave him his bad vibes. So, like, Alisson decided to become a WWE wrestler, and Kabak and Alisson decided to like spear each other. They were like spearing each other. They were like, I was like waiting for a Stone Cold Stunner. I was like, stun him, like thinking WWE was on TV. I was like, I didn't realize that Alisson was becoming a rugby player when he was tackling him. Like, I really didn't. But anyway, moving back to the Chelsea game. I mean, Hudson-Odoi wasn't himself. I was glad Pulisic wasn't on. I was glad Ziyech wasn't on. I mean, yeah. I keep getting annoyed. Like, I feel like if Kovacic performs like he did in the last couple of matches and doesn't get man of the match, there is a Kovacic agenda going on. There is. Let me tell you now, because I'm sorry, I don't care if you've got your first goal. Like, I mean, congratulations on getting it in like 1,000 minutes. I mean, you should have been doing that anyway. You've just had some really, like, Specsavers obviously worked. I told you to go to Specsavers a few weeks ago to get your eyes tested so you know where the goal was. He obviously figured that out and got a goal. But, I mean, I know people are going to say I'm being harsh on Werner, but it's his job. I don't get what people want from me. Like, his job is to get a goal. Like, Zuma got goals. His job isn't even to get a goal. He's got goals.
He did set up the first goal as well. He set up.
No. I'm not saying about assists. I'm saying about his, like, if you compare Werner and Kovacic in the last match, who was better? Kovacic,
yeah.
That's not a debate. But he's being.
They did give it because of I think the goal and the assist.
Yeah, but this is my point. Like, he's being like bigged up. Like, oh, he got a goal. Like, it's not that big a deal. You're supposed to get it because the more we like, I don't need to big a striker up. Your job is to get me a goal. I was pleased with everyone else, but for me, I'm fuming that Kovacic got like ripped off of the man of the match. Like, it really fumes me. And Kepa kept a clean sheet. You know what? I think he's gone up by £1 million.
Yeah.
I think he's on 2 million for selling now.
That's not hard against Newcastle, though. We can't score.
Yeah, but Newcastle have this thing where they have a really bad run, and then you beat Everton and you save Steve Bruce's job, and then you have a really bad run, and I believe you're going to win against United this weekend because you like to turn up against United. You literally,
No,
I don't know what
Steve
it
Bruce's
is.
favourite. He's their fan, isn't he? He loves a good Man United win.
He literally loves to beat United. But this is my point. Like, Steve Bruce's job is again on the line, and it's always against the bigger matches that he just turns up out of the blue. Like, who was expecting Newcastle to go to Everton and beat them? No one.
I'm so happy. I hate
but no one was expecting it. So I've got to ask Steve Bruce, this is for you, mate. If you could just beat United, I think every fan will be buzzing. Thank you and good night.
Add to the range, but you know.
After Steve Bruce, that brings us nicely into our second topic, which is, will Newcastle have enough, or will Steve Bruce have enough what it takes to save them from relegation this season? So I'm just going to kind of go around and get you guys' thoughts. Do you think Newcastle have enough to save themselves this year? Should they think about getting rid of Steve Bruce? Is it too late for that? Will it help? Will it not? Can they do enough? Yeah, it's a bit of a sticky pickle. Sav, thoughts?
You know, it's really difficult right now because, you know, we are so inconsistent, and it is that we've had a really horrible run of form, and then we played really well for like 3 matches. We won 2 of them. We went against Chelsea. We went back to that horrible, boring, don't press the ball sort of play type. And you know, sometimes I don't really know, because on paper we don't actually have awful players. No, they're not world class, and they're far from it. But we don't have like awful players, so it's just really baffling to me. To me, it just seems like its morale is really low. I mean, Graham Jones seems to have been a great addition, but I just think that Steve Bruce, he just can't. He should have been out ages ago. He should have been out December, in my opinion. He's had his chance. He's had, you know, over 18 months now to do something that progresses us. And actually, we're regressing now. We're getting worse. So I think he needs moving on. But like you say, I think it could be too late. Even if he went, you know, next week, I think it's still too late for us in a way. But I just hope that, you know, teams below us have a poor run as well. And then we just stay up by default.
I think you will. I think the other teams below you are a bit gone, lost for hope. I think you've only got to keep your eye out for Fulham, but even then, that's not a big threat.
I think it might be a threat, actually.
I don't. I think the final 3 is done. The final the bottom 3 are bottom 3. They're done. They're see you later. You can go join the championship. Enjoy that. Like, have a nice season of getting to know some really teams that none of us know at the minute. Like, not like you enjoy that. I think Newcastle just have to keep that kind of like get that points. Like, even if it's a draw, that's still a point. That's still a point to add to this tally. Like, just keep getting like even if you try and get some draws and some wins, like keep adding to that total. Like, even if you're getting like draws, that's still a point. So that's still going to add to your tally. I mean, like some of these other teams have still got to play, like United, City, Liverpool, like Aston Villa, West Ham, like teams that are on form at the minute, like, and they still have to play them. So they're going to drop points then. Well, I say that. I mean, you never know this season. But I'm hoping they drop points. Like, I'm praying they drop points. So I think you just have to, at least if you're getting some draws, like maybe take a couple of losses or a few. But I mean, at least keep with the draws and the like. At least with the draws, at least like you're still adding points, which is more than what they're doing if they're dropping 3 points.
Yeah, it's just difficult because it's like it would be nice just to see the team. I don't think Newcastle fans think we're going to be in the Champions League anytime soon. But it'd just be nice to see us try and actually enjoy watching us play, because even when we win, it's usually the ball's ricocheted off of someone's body part and fallen by default into the back of the net, and we've won, and we're all going mad over it, and we're like, hey, but we haven't actually enjoyed any of the match other than that.
What do you think, Sam? You've been quiet.
Do you know what? I feel like Newcastle have a huge potential. Like, they actually have a lot of potential. Maybe a few positions need a bit more. Probably you need to go out for some better defenders. But you've got a solid attack, I think, that could have a lot of work. And maybe if you had like the likes of like a Brendan Rodgers kind of vibe as a manager, you guys would definitely not be fighting for relegation at all. At all. So I do think you guys need to get rid of Steve, because he's mocking it. He's truly mocking it. But as Charlotte said, just keep banging draws, keep trying to win as much as you can, because I'm not going to lie, whoever said Fulham was a bit of a threat is right, because sometimes they kind of are on form, and they are on form in times you never expect them to. Like, no one expected them to beat Everton at all. But hey, so I'm saying the league right now, you can't say you expect it, because you can't. Like, none of the games work out how you think they should.
It is. I mean, personally, I feel like it's quite difficult, because like you said, every team is dropping points. Nobody's perfect, but I do kind of agree with Charlotte in the sense where I feel like the bottom three is how it is. Everybody who is where they are is probably going to be relegated. I just don't think Sheffield, even with their recent form and their results, they're going.
Sheffield are done.
It's too little, too late.
Like,
Fulham have a chance though.
Yeah, West Brom, the picking up is not going to save at this point. You need to be picking up 3 points, and with Fulham as well. I mean, yeah, they play the best football out of them. They look like the most promising out of the relegation teams at the moment that possibly could do it. But the issue with Fulham, I find, is that they're just not clinical enough. And I've seen it even in their game against us. We were there for the taking. Like, if it wasn't for the red card, they probably should have beaten us, or probably would have got a draw from that game at least or something. So, and I've seen them. They create chances, but they don't take them. And I think that's probably what's going to be Fulham's downfall. And I do feel really bad for Scott Parker in a sense, because he wasn't backed when he came into this Premier League. He was kind of expected to just survive with this current squad that took them through the playoffs into the Premier League, and it was asking a lot. And even with these few reinforcements here and there, I still don't think it's going to be enough to take them to that next level, basically. So I think, as bad as you guys are performing at the moment with Steve Bruce, Sav, I think you guys will survive this season. But as soon as the season is done, you need to get rid of him. Like, hold a protest, a march if you have to. Like,
people have been mounting cabbages around St James's Park. They've been going and sticking cabbages on the spikes outside, and a massive banner was put up with saying "Get him out." Everyone's pretty angry.
I don't blame them. I really don't. Like, if I was supporting Newcastle right now, I'll be fuming, and especially after that deal was about to, like, you guys were about to be owned by
Don't.
I'm so gassed about that.
I'll be heartbroken.
Do you know what makes it worse as well? Is like Steve Bruce's son called us all haters, and then went round and blocked all of us. Like, I'm blocked by Alex Bruce on Twitter, and I'm not even quite sure why. He obviously has been looking up Steve Bruce and just going around just blanket blocking everyone.
Wow.
He obviously needs to go to Specsavers, because he obviously doesn't know the meaning of how poor football his dad is playing. So maybe someone should give him a heads up that, like, it's poor football. His dad needs to leave. Well. Good, cool story. Like, this face is not bothered. Like, I don't even know who Alex Bruce is. You're irrelevant to me. You're irrelevant. Your dad's the important one. You're just living off his coattails. Like, cool story. Like what do you do that's so cool? Nothing. Talk to me until then.
Yes, I like that.
I'm with you. I'm with all of you guys. Like, all I can say is, cheers, Newcastle fans. I hope your pain is over soon.
Cheers.
You know, Sam understands your pain very well, and they're getting over it too. They're coming out of it. They're coming out of it. So, which brings me nicely on to our next topic, which is the Europa League review of Benfica and Arsenal. Sam, would you like to start?
Hello.
1-1.
Shout out Aubameyang.
That match was dead food. Oh my goodness. You know what? Oh, so that game was ours from the beginning. We were on them from the beginning. We were great on possession, off possession. We even had nice build up from defense all the way into attack. Cool now. The ball that was given to Aubameyang, Bellerin, I was even shocked because Bellerin is pants anyway. But he gave him a nice ball. Aubameyang went, how the hell did you miss that?
I know.
How the hell did you miss that? The thing is, though, it didn't happen just once. It didn't happen just twice. It happened 3 times. My guy, you had a hat trick last week. What is going on?
Could have had one today. Could have had one yesterday, sorry.
Could have had one yesterday. And the issue that I have with Arsenal is that we have such good build-up that we literally pass, little passes. We want to walk the ball into the goal. We don't want to take chances and just give it a go and just get a goal because we can. No, we want to walk the ball into the goal. Let's all take turns to just make them short passes and just walk it in. We're so slow to attack. It gets my nerves because we have a player like in the class of Odegaard. Like Odegaard, he really showed yesterday that he makes such great passes in such tight spaces. You know, he's great in those little pockets. But Bellerin's being a selfish youth and not passing the ball to him. What are you doing? You shouldn't even be playing for this team. Oh my God. And so many chances that we had, we just weren't utilizing it. And then Saka, this boy, I feel like he's my son. I love him. He's amazing. He's such a beauty to watch. The way he drives down the wing, oh my goodness. And the way he just takes some... He's great. And he got the goal that he deserved. He deserved that goal. And the fact that the ball that came from Odegaard was the one that created that chance. But Bellerin is being a selfish youth again. But then if I talk about the other, the midfielders, Xhaka, a lot of Arsenal fans have been gassing him a little bit recently. Still don't understand why, but anyway, because overall he should be going in the summer. But everyone's like, he's doing a really good job. Does this guy look like a world-class defensive midfielder to you? No, he isn't. So don't get gassed by the things that he should be doing. He should be doing those things. But no, he'll make a mistake. The one mistake that he made against Benfica yesterday, I was like... And the way that Ceballos had to header it out, I was like, is this team okay today? Are you all drunk? Have you been drinking before this game?
Very good yesterday.
I don't get me wrong, Ceballos was good, but guys, we're saying these people are good when they should be doing these simple things. If you're a defensive midfielder, you should be playing deep to help the defense when the counter-attack is coming to kill us. And there were moments when Benfica really had us. And the issue that I have is our defense is only solid when we have Tierney and we have Gabriel. 2 out of 4. That is not okay. But we have the likes of Louise. Thanks, guys, again. Really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you.
We've got more for you if you want.
You're welcome. Don't forget William.
Nah, I'm good still. But you know what? It worked out in our advantage that, we got the away goal. It's cool, but we still need to work when it comes, when we play them next week again. Because, yeah, cool, we got 1. But this is what happened to us when we played Olympiacos. We thought we were cool and calm with that 1 away goal. Look what happened. Yeah. So I'm not happy about that match. Don't care if people rated anybody. It wasn't good.
Overall predictions, though, over both legs, so the return leg, do you think this Arsenal team has enough to go through. Because personally, from what I've seen, like I'm very, very, very shocked the game ended in 1-1 because, like you said, should have been like 4-1 to you guys.
Should have been 4-1. Should have been. We should have joined the four gang. But anyway, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we have potential to actually get through this round. I think we will learn our lesson. Because we can't stay stagnant. We can't be still. Like, this is just because we've got that away goal does not mean anything. Like, I think the boys will learn their lesson, and Arteta will make some serious changes because I don't think even though Aubameyang did well, like last week, he should have put Lacazette on. Lacazette would have finished that. He would have finished all 3 of those chances. But hey, I'm not the manager, you know. I don't do these things. He should have started Pepe as well. Pepe was great on the wing. Martinelli should have started as well. But as I said, I'm not the manager. Cool. And then last minute of the game, you want to bring on number 12, Willian. Why? Why do you want to make me suffer and cry on screen? Why? Why? This guy is useless.
Oh God.
Every time I'm watching any live streams of Arsenal games and I see
Willian comes on,
about to come on, every single Arsenal fan's like, no, what are you doing? No, not him.
Every Arsenal fan turns the TV off, and all us Chelsea fans are celebrating. Like, yeah, we know what Agent William's about to come on and do. He's about to mess this up for you. Like, why are you bringing this man on? There's a reason we gave him away. There's a reason we gave him away.
It's true. And I can commend you guys to give him away.
For 3 years.
That video
for 3 years.
The video of Troops where he's just like, I swear he's playing against us. He's playing against us.
He is. You know what happens, yeah? That video, I don't know what video, I think it was like Benzema telling him, on my life, he's playing against us. Don't pass the ball to this guy. On my life, he's passing against. Listen, this guy, yeah, I don't care what kind of number 7 he was playing at Chelsea. He is not a winger for me. He is not anything for me. Like, he has an appearance clause on his contract. He has to appear for whatever time. He must be there.
I can't.
You know he'll never get injured. I'm just gonna tell you that William does not get injured.
You're right.
He's made of steel. It doesn't matter. You will drop him from the top of the Emirates. I promise he will bounce back. He will always be available. If Arteta wants to call him, he'll be there first. He's ready. He came for money and vibes. You know his restaurant. That's why I came to you guys.
It's down the road.
Football.
He's down the road. When he's not playing, he's checking out menus. I literally cannot deal with this man, and the more I complain, nothing happens. So what can I do? But either way,
we had to deal with it for years.
Thoughts on Arsenal Benfica? I'm just gonna leave it at this. Willian is on almost 200 grand a week, and Emil Smith Rowe has just about signed a 40 grand a week contract. Anyway, Sam, thoughts on Arsenal Benfica? Do you think they have enough to get through it over both legs?
Well, I'm not going to lie, I didn't see it. I've just literally sat here and gone through stats because I was like, I need to sit and catch up on it. I was at work. But,
this is why we love this show. This is why we love this show. We freestyle a lot here, a lot.
Yeah, I'm just going to wing this. For me, Arsenal, this season, have, surprised me by just how abysmal at times they have been. And when I have watched them play, they have sometimes played a very negative style of football. I don't think for me at the moment, they've got the consistency I don't know if looking at those stats, being at home, they should be able to win that one. But as I said, they've been so inconsistent this season, and they've actually really surprised me because they seem to be just season on season, just slowly falling. And, I'm not going to mention my age, 25, but, when I grew up in the 90s, Arsenal were always right up there. So, as time is moving on and you're watching them and you watch them all move around, and I was sitting there today and I was like, oh, remember I used to date someone who supported Charlton Athletic and then they were in the Premier League and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's so different now. But yeah, they should be able to, but I don't know with them. They're just sometimes they play quite positively, especially against us. But other times they just surprise me by how, what a negative style of football they're churning out.
Indeed. I mean, I can't disagree with you. It's very like hit and miss with Arsenal as well. I mean, Beth, thoughts? What do you think of the game? Do you think they might just have enough to get through over both legs? I mean, this does look like their only route back into the Champions League at this stage.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't think they've got what it takes to win the competition. I think they'll get through this round. I think so, but I think they'll go out eventually. So I don't think they're going to get European football that route. So if I was there in charge, I probably wouldn't be prioritising it, because I don't think it's realistic. Obviously, I'm not in charge because I don't know anything about managing a football team, but I don't know. They're just not consistent enough. I don't think their players overall are amazing, but I guess that's what you get when you don't have Champions League football. You can't get Champions League players. Saka's amazing, don't worry. Saka's great.
That hurt my chest.
10 offsides. 10 offsides you had yesterday.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Don't do this to me. Don't do this. We're going to talk about offsides. We're going to talk about offsides. United are not that great either. They're worse than offsides too.
Yeah, but we're talking about Arsenal. We're talking about Arsenal right now. Don't try to spin this. Like, we're talking about Arsenal. We're talking about Arsenal. You can't.
At the end of the day,
we're talking about Arsenal.
At the end of the day,
the facts are spoken about your team, you know. Like, you're trying to, like, your typical Arsenal fan. Let me see if I can blame Man United. Let me see if I can blame Man United.
Oh, no.
Let's bring Man United into this.
That's how it should be. Because if they want to put the blame on us, it will be the same on them. Don't worry. Don't worry. At the end of the day, I personally don't think we deserve European football right now. We are a hot mess at the moment. As you guys said, we're not consistent. We're not pressing enough for us to be a team that's worthy of being. Imagine if we get to CL. What are we going to do in CL football? We're going to do absolutely nothing.
You haven't seen it for 3 years. You haven't seen it for 3 seasons. We're okay.
It's going to be a party.
If you actually qualify for Champions League football, you could actually finally attract the players that you want to attract, and the board may actually get back to you, and you will get money for qualifying anyway as well. So all of that ends up working in your favor. You need what do you guys really need in your team? You need like another CDM, probably another creative attacking midfield, like an Aouar, to be honest. And you probably need another striker.
I think there's a list that you have for Arsenal people to get rid of. Like, I think there's a long.
Probably longer than your list of Chelsea players to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, I have a long list for Chelsea, but Arsenal are in dire need. Like, you've got Bellerin, you've got El Neni. Like, these are 2 major players. You've got Lacazette. Like,
Joyce, what did you think of the game? What did you think of Arsenal's performance? Do they have enough to progress past this round? And then subsequently, do you think they can then go on and win this competition?
Well, see, I'm a bougie babe. I only watch champagne football, the Champions League. I don't do none of that Europa rubbish.
Yes,
no, I'm joking. I was busy, so I missed the game. I didn't get to see.
That's I'm a bougie babe. Get out here, Joy.
I'm Team Joyce here. We ain't got time for this.
Sam could like reach the camera and grab Woods right now.
I'm gonna grab you by my way.
Listen, I know where she is, you know.
No, but on a real, I didn't get to watch the game, unfortunately or fortunately, I'm not really sure. But I think in terms of Arsenal, I do think you guys do have a good enough squad to go and progress. I don't think Benfica, just kind of like from the small highlights I saw, I don't think Benfica actually like really gave you a lot. And from what a lot of people said, like, it wasn't that Benfica clawed their way in, it's that you guys lost the game. You lost it for yourselves because you guys didn't take your chances. And I think you guys will get through. I think the Europa League is one of those, like, with knockout football, it's like, obviously talent shines through, but if you're tactically smart and your players are clinical, then anything can happen and you can find yourselves in the latter stages of a competition really quickly. I mean, your squad is, I don't know if you'd say your squad is better than the squad that Emery took to the Europa League final. I would say that, you know, you've got KT, you didn't have him before, Partey, you've got Saka, you know, you've got Golden Child. You know, you've got like Odegaard, you've got good players in your first team that you know, Xhaka's like kind of in good form now. He's in better form than he was like maybe a year or two ago. So you have the potential. If you get a good enough draw and you guys play consistently, you could get to a final. It really is anyone's game. Obviously, I hope you don't, because then we can run around saying no one else got a European trophy in London. We won it twice. How many times? 0. But obviously, like, it is anyone's game. It just depends whether you guys decide to turn up or not.
Yeah.
I've got to go jump on another stream. Is that all right?
No worry. Quickly,
it was lovely being here, though.
Yeah, quickly before you go, shout out where everybody can find you, Sav, and thank you for joining us as well again today.
That's okay. You find me at Savmondo on Twitter, and I'm usually on Steve Rafe's channel on a Monday night at 7:30.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming, joining us.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Sav's channel on YouTube as well. So yeah. So let's move on to our final topic of the night. It feels weird because like usually we'd just about be starting by now, innit? Because we're like almost close to finishing because we started like an hour earlier than we usually do. But it's okay. We love it. So, final thing we're going to talk about, guys, is of course there's 3 very, very, very important games going on this weekend. Let's start with the big one, though, and then we'll review our game. So, the big one is Manchester City versus Arsenal.
Oh, we're getting smoked. We're getting smoked. We're getting the left side.
The floor is yours. Have at it.
Go on. I'd be terrified.
The floor is yours, Sam. Thoughts about the game, predicted lineups, score prediction. What do you think is going to happen? Talk to me.
We're going to get smoked. I don't even care what lineup we have. We're going to get smoked. KDB is back. Aguero is back. I don't have to say anything else. We're finished. But I am a believer. So as much as I would say that we're going to get smoked, you never know what might happen. We might do a cheeky little Man City Arsenal 2-1 semi-final from last season. You never know. But this is the thing, like, as I said before, with Arsenal, we're inconsistent. So we never know what kind of game that we're going to play. I feel like the team understand they understand the kind of like press that we have to deliver for City. It's a completely different ball game now. We're not playing any, ordinary mid-table team. This is City we're playing. We're back in Pep's ground. Like, it's not small football here. But I think City will win 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. I don't know. It can keep going up. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we're already getting a few outrageous results. I mean,
I saw someone say 10-0. Come on, man, respect us a little bit. Respect us.
I mean, they pressed Liverpool 4-1.
Beth, thoughts on the game, review, preview, and score prediction.
Right, look, so Man City have won 17 games in a row. Out of those 17 games, they've kept 11 clean sheets. Now Aguero is back. Kevin De Bruyne is back. But you know what, yeah? There has to be a point where they don't win. There has to be some point somewhere. But it's not going to be Arsenal, so it doesn't matter.
I was really waiting for her to say it might be Arsenal.
Like, guys, look at the state that Arsenal were in when they came against us. Yeah, granted, obviously we
were a false image. We weren't real.
Yeah, no. I knew they
don't do that. You guys.
We're not discussing this. We were in a poor side, and they took it like we shouldn't have expected a win.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were in a bad position. Our manager had no idea what he's doing. So that can they really class it as a comeback? If our manager had no.
Guys, as bad as we were, they were even worse. Understand? This is what I want you guys to. They were even worse before they
Thank you.
Yeah,
There's
but
no hiding.
by City.
They
They
had
just
to play with
got City before they faced us as well. So I feel like I'm just wanting them to just come in and do another performance like they did against us against City. I just want them to turn around and us to be like, what? Is this
Fab,
us?
I would love that. If we could turn it around, like that would be amazing.
there has to be a point like we lose or draw, but
Joyce, what do you think? And what was your score predictions, Beth?
3-1 to City, I think.
Joyce.
Do you know what? Yeah, not KDB. I think he's got a problem with Arsenal because every time he wants to come back from injury, every time he's like, "Do you know what, guys? I want to take a rest on the hospital bed. I'm tired." And then Arsenal, he's ready. He wakes up. He's like, "Guys, today I'm back." Every time, I don't know. He has beef with you. Like, I don't know what you guys did to him, but he took it. He said, and I took that personally. So I'm very sorry. I think, like, City are going to win. I think there's nothing. Obviously, like, people can have off games, but they're in just such good form, such good momentum. I think Everton I didn't watch really much of the Everton game because other games are going on, but like, Everton kind of gave them a bit of a difficult game at the beginning, and then as soon as they started scoring goal, it was finished. Like they broke the deadlock and they were done. And they're just too good. This is Pep's world. We're all living in it. And I just think if they do end up losing their streak, it'll probably be in the Champions League because Pep overthinks and he starts doing 3-7-2-5-1, whatever formation he decides to do. But in the league right now, there's no one who is touching them. So I think it'll be 3-1, or maybe 3-0. I don't know. I feel like they've kept a loads of clean sheets, but Arsenal might have something for them. Depends on how Saka and Aubameyang are feeling. But yeah, I'll go 3-1.
Charles, last but not least, preview and score predictions. City, Arsenal. Is there any chance, please? Somebody put a smile on Sam's face this evening.
It's not really a preview, it's a demolishment. It's like you're blowing up a building, like it's just going to be ending up in rubble. Like there's no happy ending. Sorry, Sam, there's none. Like any happy ending, like I just buy a bottle of vodka and just drink it during the game because it ain't going to be pretty. Like let me tell you now, it's City's title to lose and they don't seem to be. Like
Sam casually looks over her bottle of rum on the shelf.
Like if I was an Arsenal fan right now, I wouldn't even be watching the game. I would literally just be that hungover that I'd check the score at the end of the game and be like, yeah, what I expected. Go back to drinking and be like, nah, done. Well, I'm sorry. Like if Bellerin starts and El Neni starts, like. How are you comparing them? Like, it doesn't matter if Saka starts. It doesn't matter. And I'm sorry, however good, Saka is one of your best players in the team. However good he is, it doesn't matter. City scare me. Like, City, like, when Chelsea play City, like, I'm petrified. I'm not even unafraid to say that. Like, and I don't want to play that game. Like, and you've got Kevin De Bruyne back. Like, I mean, I love the fact that he's always back for Arsenal games. It gives me so much pleasure because, like, it just makes Arsenal fans quaver even more because they're like, yeah, we've got City and De Bruyne's not there. Suddenly, a couple of days from the match, De Bruyne will be in the squad, and you're like, oh, nah, done, absolutely done. I mean, I'm gonna say 5-0. I can't even see you getting a goal. But the problem is that City are getting goals for fun. Arsenal are trying to get goals to survive. Like, there's a difference. Like, City are doing it for fun. They're like John Stones, Carl Walker, they're getting goals. I'm pretty sure they're getting more goals than some of your strikers. Like, they're pretty sure, like, Stones and Walker have got more goals than Lacazette. Like, this is my problem. Like,
actually, not really.
I mean, there's even...
We're going to need to fact check that one.
Put them together. But what I'm saying is that their defenders are getting goals for fun. Like, it's not even their strikers. They're like, I'm pretty sure, like, if Edison gets the chance, like, he wants a goal. Like, he was fuming when he got turned away last time. I'm sorry, if a goalkeeper wants to get himself on the score sheet, like, that just shows they're playing for fun now. They're not actually playing for anything else. I mean, you might get a consolation goal, but I can't see once City. The problem is, it depends who gets the first goal. Because if City gets the first goal, it's just going to be an absolute annihilation. At least if Arsenal get the first goal, like, it's some kind of challenge. But I don't see that happening. I see City getting a goal. I'm really sorry to say this, Sam. I'm going to break your heart now, but I see City getting a goal in the first 5-10 minutes. And it just being an absolute downhill trek from there.
Said,
I mean,
break my heart. I've seen worse.
I mean,
well, they lost it.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice here. You know what? I won't be nice anymore. Don't worry. I'm gonna cut this nice shit out. You're gonna get destroyed. You're absolutely gonna get destroyed.
I said before, we're gonna get smoked. I said we're gonna get smoked.
I'm
over it.
I'd had a bottle of vodka and a bottle of rum, and I'd be down.
The alcohol is there. The alcohol is there, packed and ready.
Already prepared. Like, I've got this. I don't even need this. I don't even need a mixer. I don't need a mixer. I just need a bottle.
She said Ray from the bottle.
I'm gonna do an Anita. I'm drinking from the bottle like lemonade, like Lucozade. Like, I'm gonna drink it from the bottle like Lucozade. Like, I ain't playing no. I ain't playing no. Like,
City don't even let you have the ball. City, like, that's our ball. You can't have it. You're only allowed it if we say so. Like,
it's like year 11s versus year 7s in school.
But
year 11s just kicking around the year 7s.
This game's also going to prove whether Arsenal are actually on the comeback. Because if you can at least hold Man City off, like Everton held them off for a bit, like at least if you can hold them off the first 20 minutes, that shows me something in Arsenal. But if City get a goal in the first 5 minutes, like if City doing Ollie Watkins and get a second minute goal, like I don't see but at least if you hold them off for a bit, like give them time to not get a goal, I think that shows something's there. But you're going to see if Arsenal are back or not, or making a comeback.
Yes. Why do you keep saying Arsenal back? We've never been back ever.
Making.
They won like 4 games in a row, and some of their fans got a bit like,
it's better than what it was. It's better than what it was.
I heard ESR was better than Mount. I heard lots of things. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they did. They won like 4 games, and they were like, "Yeah, let's go for it." Top 4.
I'm gonna be controversial. I genuinely, I definitely think City are gonna win because they're just literally immortal titans right now. I'm not really too sure what's going on with them, but I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be really, really close. I think Arteta knows Pep. He's been turned over by him enough times as well. Arsenal themselves have been turned over by him enough times as well. They should learn, if anything, this is a game where you set up, go for a draw, or go for a real low block, a low block defense, and hit more attack. Do you know what I mean? Use the speed of Saka, use Tierney on the wings. Use Aubameyang, use Martinelli, like use Smith Rowe, use your youth that absolutely terrorized the crap out of us. Do the same thing to City. Like, you can do this. But I feel like I think it's going to be close. I still think City will have too much for Arsenal in the end in terms of quality. Because they can get goals from midfield, from defense, probably even from the goalkeeper if they wanted to. They're that good. So I'm going to go 2-1 City, I think. I think it's going to be close. But that moves us nicely into the last game we're going to review, which is, of course, our game. We were the last ones to kick off last weekend, and we're the first ones this weekend. Lunchtime kickoff against Southampton. Sam, seeing as you had to sit through that that slander of Arsenal, you can go first. What's your preview for your predictions, Southampton versus Chelsea?
Chelsea have no reason not to win that game. Like, Southampton are on a downfall right now, and they don't have it in the. I don't know. I think they might have a consolation goal as well. It might be a cheeky. I don't think it'll be a clean sheet. I think you guys could bag 3-1. You could bag 3-1. Yeah, I'm not saying about a hat trick though. It's a bit wild still.
I think that's dramatic.
Goals. Like he got 1 goal last time. Let's you know, raise the target. Yeah, slowly, baby.
Momentum.
Yeah, but I don't think Chelsea should definitely be bagging this kind of goal, like game.
If we lose to Southampton,
Knowing Chelsea,
I don't even want to be honest. But Beth, go on.
yeah, well, look, Southampton have lost their last 6 Premier League games, like all 6, not 1 point, and like we should win. We should win. We might do a Chelsea, you know, where we do that thing where we're like, oh, we're not in good form. Here you go, have some points. Hoping that's not the case this time round. I think we'll win 3-1 though. I'm feeling quite confident. I think Southampton are a bit muddled. They've still got players out on injury. It should be fine. I've got a funny feeling they'll score first, but hopefully we'll win that. And I'm hoping that we get to see Werner and Giroud again, because I really liked that in the last game against Newcastle, and I hope that we get to see that again.
Same. I really like that. And I was getting a lot of stick because I was saying I don't think I would have started with Tammy. And then when he got injured, I was kind of like silently but gleefully happy.
No beef to Tammy. I was very upset when Tammy came off injured.
I wish him a speedy recovery. I don't wish injury.
He's back in training now.
At all. Yeah, so there you go. He's back in training, which is good because obviously I didn't want him to be I don't want him to be injured. I don't want him to be hurt. I want him to be playing games and stuff. But in terms of my plan for that game, I thought it worked out well because that's originally the kind of original starting lineup I wanted to see. I did want to see Giroud and Timo behind him because I thought Giroud's hold-up play and his aerial presence would be perfect for just how defensive this Newcastle team was, and they weren't offering anything as well. So that's exactly why I thought he would be perfect. I mean, yeah.
And it's like what we've been saying the whole time about Werner is he works best when he's playing behind a striker, is not the actual striker, right? So I think it's really good to see him in a position where he's doing really well in now, and he looks way more comfortable in it. And he looked way more comfortable in it a couple of games ago as well. So yeah.
So score prediction?
3-1 to Chelsea.
Joyce.
This team, if we don't win against Newcastle, not even Newcastle, we did that, been there, done that. If we don't win against Southampton, then they all need to find some shame because they haven't won in 6 games. What's his name? Walker Peters, he's injured. Like, they're just in really bad form and we're in good form. They're a team that likes to play a high line. We're a team that can expose a high line very well. They're just... Now is like a really good time to play them. Like we've been quite lucky in the sense that like we've played teams who are either out of form or just not good sides as well. So we've got another one, and this is really a time to like show everyone like, look, this is a team that can do something. So I expect us to win. I think we will keep a clean sheet again. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it'll be 3-1, but I'm thinking 2-0. Danny Ings might give us a bit of something, but I expect us to win. And I will be very disappointed if we don't. I think Werner will play. Well, he will play again. He's been in a good run of form. He's got a bit of confidence now. I'd like to see him get another goal. I think we'll play the same kind of. I think Mount will play in that same kind of 10, like behind the striker type role, or maybe Havertz will come in. I know he's back in training and hasn't played like a few games for a while. I think Ziyech and Pulisic are still not going to start again because they haven't really offered a lot. But then Champions League is coming. I'm not really sure how Tuchel's going to rotate. But actually, no, Pulisic has a calf injury or something. Hopefully, I think I sent a thing to Charlotte.
In there for that Champions League game and even possibly against Southampton because that will reassure us that he'll be there for Madrid, which...
But yeah,
Pulisic isn't he?
Yeah, he got a calf injury or something again. At this point, I'm not surprised.
I know Charlotte's not going to miss him this for sure.
I just feel like we should just always send him flowers in advance because then we'll be saying get well soon. for something. Like something will be happening. So, you know, God bless him. God be with him.
Won't be a waste of money.
But yeah, no, I think we will win. We should win. Yeah, that's me.
What's your score prediction?
I'm saying 2-0. I think Werner will get a goal and maybe Hudson-Odoi. That's what I'm going with.
I'd like to see that as well. Yeah, Charles, let's finish with you. Preview and score prediction. Look at her. She's rubbing her fingers, rubbing her hands together. Love it. Absolutely love it. The floor is yours, Charles. Oh, you're muted.
I'm so happy Pulisic is injured. I've literally never been happier. I told you all. I told you so. I told you all. All these people saying, oh, Pulisic will come back. Oh, look, he's injured again. We're wrapping him in bubble wrap. I told you. I told you. I don't want to see Ziyech in the starting lineup. I'm ready to sell both of them. Like, bye. I mean, we best win. It's the beginning of the weekend. Like, I can't be losing that. Like, I need to have a good weekend. I need to have a solid weekend. I need to actually live my weekend good. Like, I can't be losing to Southampton. I'm sorry. Like, nah, they're on poor form. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, oh, Pulisic is like, it's just to protect him. It's not actually that serious. Yes, but we're protecting him to protect him from injuries. Like, when you say calf injury, it says it in the title, injury. Like, he has an injury. I'm a little bit fed up of like people going around saying this is going to get better. Like the amount of time he's been off this season compared to actually what he's played, he's not worth my money. Like in the 2 seasons that he's played over half his time, like more than half his time, he's been injured. That is not acceptable. That's not value for money. I'm not having anyone cuss it because it's actually statistically true. He's had more than half his time like injured. Like we just seem to be wrapping him in bubble wrap. I don't want a player that like Pulisic is 22, 23 and he's been injured 20 times and now we're wrapping him in bubble wrap and I'm sick and tired of this. And all these Chelsea fans jumping on the like, Pulisic, stay in. Well, now what? Like, I don't have a Pulisic agenda. I'm stating facts. Like, 22, 23 years old and he's had 20 injuries. That's me stating facts. I don't even need him in for the rest of the season. Pulisic is done. But Ziyech, I don't want to see. And I have a Ziyech agenda. He's 27. He's in his prime. He's missing in action. Sorry, no. I would like to see. I'd actually like to see Kovacic get a goal. I think Kovacic has had a few off targets.
Kovacic scored.
He's wanted a goal, and you know what? Instead of I'm cheering for Werner, I'm cheering for Kovacic. Like, come on, Kovacic, get this goal. You deserve this. I don't want to see Kepa in goal. I really don't. I really, really, really don't. Like, if I see Kepa in goal, I'm not even going to go to the wine. I'm going to the vodka. I don't even need a mixer. I just need straight vodka. Like, I can't be dealing with this. Like, Kepa doesn't. Like, see, someone's agreeing with me then about Pulisic. It's not an agenda. Like, finally, people are seeing the light. I don't have agendas against players. I don't like the way Jorginho's playing, but I praise him when he plays well because he deserves it. Do I think he's like suitable for us? No. But when he plays well, I'll give him credit. But Pulisic isn't playing well. He's come back from an injury, played like utter crap, and then been injured again, and now we're protecting him and wrapping him in bubble wrap. Like, that's not me having an agenda. Look at the facts. If you want facts, go look up Ziyech and Pulisic facts and then come back to me and have a debate. Because I'm done with these like Chelsea fans being like, no. Pulisic has been here a season and a half. Ziyech has been here half a season and done bugger all. Neither one of them has been worth their money. One's got a severe reoccurring injury problem where he decides to come back from an injury and then get injured again. The other one just doesn't turn up and doesn't like the football. The football, like, nah, it's Ziyech, I'm going to go away. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I want to see Gilmore play. But I think he'll play Reece James to push Hudson-Odoi further up, which I think is what we need. I don't want to see Thiago Silva play until he has to be subbed on. Because if you're showing me he's being subbed on, that's showing me that he's fit for playing in the Atletico Madrid game. I also want to see Havertz come on as a sub. As far as I'm concerned, he has been injured, and obviously Mount has been more consistent at the minute. I don't want to see Havertz. I want to see Havertz come on as a sub because I think Havertz is going to be good for when we play Atletico Madrid. Like, he's played them before. He knows the story, like, at Dortmund. Like, we know what we're getting with him. I don't know, like, I feel like I would like to see them both be subbed on at the end. I want Kante to be subbed as well. I don't want Kante playing either. We have the Southampton game, yes, and I get that's important, but the Atletico Madrid game is not this, like, it's less than a week away.
Yeah.
It's literally Sunday, Monday,
It's hard.
It's in 4
It's
days.
Wednesday, isn't it?
It's in 4 days after the Southampton game. So I don't need Kante, Thiago Silva, Zuma, Havertz. I need them all being brought. I don't even want Hudson-Odoi playing. I want Hudson-Odoi brought on as a sub. And I know that's controversial, but we need these players for Atletico Madrid. And all it takes is for one bad tackle. One bad tackle, and we have a problem. Atletico Madrid have a defence like the Great Wall of China.
Ziyech, Pulisic, because
Pulisic isn't playing. He's injured. Pulisic isn't in the team. He's
would it
done.
be worth starting Ziyech then? Because
No, I'm happy to play. I'm happy to play Ziyech in a starting. I'm happy to play Ziyech in a starting 11 because I don't care if he gets injured. He's done nothing, and I'm not being that in a horrible way. But if it was a player that has actually done something to my team, then cool story. But he's done nothing. So, if Hudson-Odoi or Ziyech, who's more important to not get injured? Hudson-Odoi. I like Ziyech. Isn't like, you know what? It's not in a horrible way, but I want to protect Hudson-Odoi more than I do Ziyech. Like, that sounds horrible, but
no, I get
one of them's proved. I don't want anyone to be injured, but I don't mean it in a horrible way. I just mean, like, we've got to protect one more than the other. If Ziyech had proved to me that he was incredible, then so be it. I've only had little blips, like when Frank was there, like a few months ago, and then nothing since. So I think we need to bring Havertz on as a sub, Silva on as a sub, Kante on as a sub, just so I know that they are fit to play in the Atletico Madrid game. And my main priority is actually Thiago Silva. I just want to see that he can come on for 15 minutes so he is actually fit enough. Because he's the main person that we need. Like, him and Zuma are our best partnership. Like, in defence. We need them in our defence against Atletico Madrid. So I actually see Frank playing some of the youngsters, like Anjoui, who else? Gilmore. I can see them being played
Emerson
because
maybe, or Chilwell, yeah.
Yeah, Emerson and Chilwell being played because we need to save these players. Like, I can't be risking this. But I think the final score for Southampton-Chelsea, I'm going to be very generous and say 3-1. I'd like to see Kovacic get a goal. Hudson-Odoi come on as a super sub and get a goal, and I'd actually like to see Giroud get a goal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for 3-1 as well. I'd like to see Timo on the score sheet, Callum Hudson-Odoi as well, with Timo scoring 2 of those goals. And I do think possibly maybe because Southampton can't maintain this terrible form for too long, I feel like they will probably maybe give us a game a bit, get a goal back or something like that during the game. But in the end, I feel like Chelsea and Tuchel would just have too much for them. So that brings us to the end of another lovely, beautiful show with you gorgeous, gorgeous, lovely ladies. So before we all leave, I want everybody to quickly shout out where everybody can find you. And Sam, you are our special guest, our guest of honor, our Arsenal rival fan. Please tell the public where they can find you.
So you can find me mainly Gold Diggers UK on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please help us get to 2K subscribers. But me personally, you can find me that's my app here on Twitter and Instagram as well.
Amazing, amazing. And yes, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Gold Diggers. Amazing, amazing podcast and shows that these very fine, lovely, intelligent, football crazy ladies know. Love it. Beth, where can everybody find you?
So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at KingKaiFC and Instagram at _BethDXC. And on here on Friday nights, my favourite place to be.
Amazing, amazing. You heard it here first. Friday nights, the favourite place to be with your beautiful Chelsea ladies. Amazing. Joyce, tell the people where they can find you.
I always point at the wrong side, wherever. Yeah, there we go. You can find me.
Because you're upside down, that's why.
Yeah. You can find me at ELJoyce_ on Instagram, Twitter, and Clubhouse. So connect with me. I'm here on GNA TV every Friday, usually at 8, today at 7. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Get to follow people. And of course, Charles, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Charles_strong. You can find me on here on Fridays, 8 p.m. You can find me on Football Terrace at 9 p.m. for Kendall's show. You can also find me on Strong TV, my YouTube channel. Please go like and subscribe. I will be doing a Chelsea Southampton watch along, and I have a show with Lambs on Saturday at 5. It's called the Wine and Football Show. It will be entertaining. Wine is involved, and Anita, a gold digger, will be on.
Oh yeah,
Can't say no to wine.
Especially after the way Anita was drinking last week.
After Anita was drinking the wine like Lucozade. She was drinking it from the bottle like Lucozade. I was loving that.
I'm about to get me a drink, man.
And Lambs, did you just get that in your eye?
I did. There you go, people, live and exclusive. You'll never see the same.
I was gonna be like, if I didn't say anything, maybe no one will say anything in the shop.
I was
burning my eye.
You're gonna get drunk quick, because if it goes through your eye, you get drunk quicker.
Maybe that will help.
Because that's how people do shots of tequila in their eye.
Yeah, they put it in their eye.
It gets you drunk quicker. Yeah, in like Mexico, on Cancun, when you go to spring break, they do like eye shots. It gets you drunk quicker.
You're a scientist. We should know this is not.
This doesn't sound safe.
Yeah, this is not safe, guys. Definitely, probably, look up some guidelines, but it's probably not safe.
Try this at home. We don't endorse it, please.
This was an accident. Yeah. Lovely ladies, beautiful panel. Thank you everybody who tuned into the show, everybody in the chat. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video as well. Follow us on Instagram. The link is in the description box. It's at GNA TV Official. And also add Sophia and Gem's Twitter details. Everything is in the description below. So yeah, get to following, add in as well. So all that's left to say before I start crying again. Thank you guys. Enjoy your evening, and we're out.
It's like it's playtime when it's pray time. In the dance, they have it, the clowns, we stepping out the